Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another lovely podcast. Today we are talking about COVID 19 and then just some minor streaming stuff just to kind of have a filler. If you're new to the podcast, thank you for joining us. This is Gaming Beyond. I'm currently I don't know how to say, the host, I guess? I don't know. Uh, Bless you. Today with me, I have somebody different than normal, and it is Nezzy. How do I put this lightly? Who are you in retrospect to Gaming Beyond? Said, who are you in retrospect of Gaming Beyond?
I don't know, person in a skin?
I mean, fair enough. Currently, it looks like I have Spooky muted. No, he muted himself.
Himself.
Yeah, which is fine. Um, so, anyways, we're getting back to. I guess I have somebody else here. Spooky is a lovely fan that's part of the Discord. And once again, guys, if you're not part of the Discord, go ahead and go down to the description of wherever you found this podcast and follow that link to our Discord and be a part of our lovely community. So we're gonna start things off pretty simply. Today, there's a lot of shit going on. Simply put, COVID-19 is kind of overtaking the U.S. right now, and
You sure it's not Black Lives Matter?
I don't have enough pull for that.
Sure.
But yes, I mean, within the last day, there's been 17,000 new cases.
Yeah, Memorial Day
Uh huh.
weekend.
Morning, Spooky. How you doing?
Pretty good, I'd say.
That's good.
I
Well,
tried ranked mode in Apex for the first time in my life.
yeah, it's trash. I know.
It's hell.
So, right now the total cases for COVID is 1973, 1,973,000. Isn't that just amazing?
I wish it was higher.
Why do you wish it was higher?
I don't know, I'm just saying things.
Okay. Anyways, apparently the new cases compared to yesterday was 17,373, and I mean, let's talk a little bit about this. Like here, I'm in Texas, obviously. COVID has not affected us as much as it have people in Minneapolis.
Excuse me, what?
Did I say Minneapolis, Missouri?
Huh?
No, I think she's talking about the fact that you referred to it as Texas, not Yeehaw land.
Yeah, close enough.
No, we've been getting high numbers like literally almost every day.
Yeah, but we got no riots though.
Yeah, we have. They took over our what is it? The bridge over here.
Little M.
No, to Rowlett.
Oh. Well, tough
Took
shit.
over a bridge.
Yeah, just
Well,
protesting on the bridge.
Well, it's not taking over, it's just standing on the bridge. That's just
No, they were walking across.
they're just strolling over the sign.
Yeah, they're just being what they are, just idiots, which is fine.
Sure, if your opinion on the matter is.
I mean, that's not my overall opinion, but it's just why block traffic because you want
To get the voices out to be heard.
to be heard and stop something. Just from an overall standpoint, you want to stop a gathering with a gathering. To me, that sounds stupid.
What gathering? With a gathering.
Uh,
Only people are talking about this because this Black Lives Matter, but nobody's talking about it when people were protesting about not wearing masks.
yeah, nobody's not saying that right now, but they are
Y'all
not.
want to bitch and whine about some masks and staying home. Now y'all bitching about people walking on the bridge.
Right, and this is them just trying to hey, I actually have something to do now, and I'm gonna do it without a
No,
mask.
I stay my butt home. No, thank you.
But, anyways.
I'm not trying to catch the COVID.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's just like they're gonna re-spike the COVID and just start this pandemic all over again.
Yes, that's fine. I can stay home.
Yeah, you can. But I can't, clearly, so.
Chose the wrong occupation.
Sure did. Anyways, Spooky, how is it affecting you?
What? Sorry, I was doing something.
How has the COVID affected you?
I haven't really done anything to help or prevent it. I more or less just go on about my daily life. I just more or less have to wear a mask now when I do things.
Which is fine, right?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, I have one that's like breathable, so it's not really an issue.
So, like, you're still in school, right?
Technically.
So, how's that gone for you? How's the online schooling community?
I'd rather just go back to school at this point.
But you risk yourself of catching the COVID.
No, they just wear masks. They've proven it's a 86% less chance of catching COVID if you wear a mask.
Yeah, but
Or I could go raid a 7-Eleven. That'll really prevent the COVID.
Exactly.
That'll really, yeah. I see. Hey, I'm the one going to come up with big ideas here.
Everything every night.
I guess. So I remember a while back, it wasn't too current, but they were talking about like, oh, this COVID stuff will blow right over and we'll go right back to school and by the end of summer like we're supposed to. Implying that this COVID is just a hoax by the government that
Actually, yeah, some cities are still going ahead and doing their fireworks shows.
No one's
Really?
really dying. It's all just lies.
the only deaths are the police deaths that the rioters are doing, right?
It's less of a chance in the summer. It doesn't survive in the heat. Air quotes.
Yeah, but then people are gonna go home into their cold house and fucking incubate it for 2 months because they got sick while at a goddamn protest.
I'm just saying. It dies out in the summer. Air quotes.
Yeah, it's not gonna die out. It just they can't spread as much because it slows.
Yeah.
I mean, the influx of the flu, anyways, is typically during schooling times, anyways. Like winter, yeah, that's my point. And it's gonna spike even more during winter.
Ew, it's gonna be gross. COVID and flu.
And yeah, then that's gonna be the thing where it's like a just almost like a brand new pandemic starting over again because of the flu, and it's gonna mix with it and just cause. Yeah. But yeah.
Alright, fuck it. Am I the only one who finds Trump kind of funny?
No, everybody finds him funny. He's a god.
Just like the other day, like really quick. It's just like the other day I was watching the news, and like that's a rare occurrence because I don't really like watching the news. But I was watching the news because I mean I already know what it all is. It's all COVID-19 riots and Trump. That's really all it is.
Yep.
But I was watching it, and he was supposed to do something at a church where a photo op at a church or something like that. There was like protesters who were protesting, and then first off he had the peaceful protesters cleared with like
Police.
riot shield. Yeah, but they've all got like crazy shields and shit. So that was pretty cool. Well, not good, but kind of cool. I gotta admit, they had good footage of one of the dudes in front just nailing a cameraman in the stomach with a shield. Funniest thing I've ever seen. But anyway, it was funny because when he was holding up the Bible for the photo op, this lady from the crowd screamed, "Is that your Bible?" And he went, "It's a Bible."
Oh.
Wow.
I know. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I just find him funny.
Well, he is funny, and he is the joke of. He is the literal laughing stock of the U.S. because of this. He's the one who's like hurting our. I can't say economy, but he's hurting like our like image that we have for ourselves. You know, America is the great, America is the free. Nah, he's fucking it up. And this COVID's not helping or anything. I also remember hearing that the church that he was standing in front of didn't even know that he was going to be there for that photo op, and they completely disagreed to what they did. And on top of everything, the riot people, as you call them, are pushed them out of the way. Like the curfew's 8 o'clock, and it was like 7:25 when he decided to start walking the streets. So of course everybody's gonna hate this bastard, and he did something else recently too. I mean, I thought he was just a dumbass from the beginning when he was just like, "Can we just like get disinfectant and put it in the bloodstream somehow?" I was just,
Oh no, inhale bleach or drink bleach and inhale Lysol.
Yeah, there you go. Inhale Lysol, that's what it was.
yeah.
And then a bunch of idiots went and did it.
Or there was another one where it was in like North Carolina, and the old couple said, "Well, Trump said it would work. It's the next cure," and then like fucking takes.
Oh, the koi fish cleaner thing.
Yeah,
The husband died and whatever.
she was hospitalized and had to get her stomach pumped or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just. This is like. You remember how like a while ago we said we just need to take all the safety labels off of everything and let nature sort itself out?
That would be fun.
Agreed, but like
Or I have a home solution. You could just take all of the labels off your cans in your cabinet and just hope for the best.
I mean that's the same thing, but
Except you're following the stay-at-home order.
yeah. So basically, I was just like, I feel like Trump is like the literal definition of take the safety label off of like the president of the United States, because he is not smart, like whatsoever, and he's just spreading this stupidity across the board. You guys have any like anything else that you have to say about Trump or COVID?
I'm good. I mean, I'm hoping we move on here soon.
Okay, so what's a subject that you would want to talk about then?
I don't fucking know. Hey, I was invited as a guest.
You were.
You're supposed to have this shit written down.
I do actually, but the conversation was supposed to be stuff about streaming and like streaming ideas and how we would go about it. But Sir Dipshit isn't here for some god awful reason, so.
Oh, I was gonna say is like, why is he not here?
I think he fell asleep. Like me taking the extra 30 minutes to cook fucking breakfast, he fell asleep.
I was just playing Apex.
I got you. Which you fucking weeb got is over there on Xbox, and we can't play with you.
Yeah, I know.
Go get a PlayStation, bro.
Xbox, though. That was really the only info. It's like 90% of my friends have Xbox, so if I would have bought a PS4, it would just been. I have a wider variety of friends to choose from.
I see how it is.
But Xbox people. It's not so bad. They're both good consoles.
No, I completely agree. And then especially since when it comes to this, which we're going to cover tomorrow, because today PS5 is going to be releasing their games and their exclusives, or their list of stuff that they're going to be pushing out. And so that's going to be the conversation. Like what's going on, what's going to be something to make sure that we get. Is the PS5 really going to outdo the Xbox One X? Or sorry, the Xbox Series X, or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah, I don't know why it looks like one of the Twin Towers, but...
Exactly, that's something else too. It's just like, just get a goddamn computer, get the Ultimate Pass, and you good.
Oh yeah, you have to have a TV that has 1080p.
I mean, all TVs have 1080p now.
Now they do, yeah, but it's like I'm talking about people who like had the same TV for years now.
Are you talking about the people who have those goddamn what are the old like tube TVs? I guess you can call them.
No, I mean no, because when flat screen TVs came out, it wasn't 1080p like just right in the beginning. They have the ones that so I'm sure there's that group of people who don't have a TV that's that high quality.
I mean, there's still some people who still have the projection TV. And that thing was a goddamn death trap when they tried to move it. Do you remember that at all, or?
I do.
I was about to say, are you too young?
Probably, but barely. I've seen them.
Yeah, they actually there was a point where they made like really good like parts out of it. You could just take it apart for certain pieces. But I digress. Do you have any suggestions for like Justin for streaming? He's still rocking the Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I've been hopping in usually like here and there. Like I've been a little busy lately.
Mm-hmm. And I told him like
Checking.
there was a point where I was just like, yeah, like when you're talking, you just need to keep it going, get the flow, describe what you're doing, and then if somebody says something in chat, include it to what you're doing and saying. So, if, for example, if you're sitting there saying like, hey, let me, I don't know, shoot this one guy, right? And then you say in chat penis, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll shoot him in the penis, kind of thing. And I was trying to tell him and / teach him that, and he's yeah.
And then, not to be rude, Virgil, but when you're not talking, you're just sitting there breathing, and we can hear everything like it's a fucking ASMR video.
I mean, not to agree. I'm gonna agree to disagree. Damn, I just feel bad now, but it's kind of true. Like I don't.
Like you feel bad. I made the joke.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just a lot of little things, and hopefully, like, yeah, I'm doing a video version of all the podcasts, and hopefully, eventually, for everybody that shows up, we'll eventually have a webcam or something attached to them, unless you're just a guest or whatnot. So I'm gonna probably loan him my old webcam, which I have somewhere.
No, because that one's mine. What old webcam you have?
The other one.
No.
Anyways.
That worked out well.
But yeah. Fun stuff. Well, anything else?
I don't have no comment because I don't watch his streams.
I mean, I do here and there. I mean, I always try to catch him because he doesn't stream very often.
He's been picking it up. He went almost a month without streaming. And
and you wanna know when that month was? When I said he should stream Resident Evil 4. Like after like a month, I'm like, what the fuck? And then he did it like a week later.
yeah, basically. Well, I guess that's just going to end today's podcast, very simply put. And, I mean, it's not very exciting. Like, we don't have another... I actually don't even know. I was prepared, but the topics I had, like, they come, like, throughout the week, just talking random shit. And,
You don't have anything for today? That was it.
well, that was it.
Yeah.
Just talking about COVID and how it was affecting... Because I was supposed to pull up the unemployment numbers that were supposed to be posted today, but I think it's too early because it's still saying 13.4.
We just talk about stupid shit. Why's everything gonna be about current events?
It's not history class.
Today was the only one that was supposed to be current events, by the way, and
It doesn't have to be, but you're making
Kinda
it out to be.
yeah, and so what's something that you want to talk about that I've suggested in the past before?
I don't know. You don't play Fortnite anymore. What the fuck's up with that?
They haven't dropped the new season. Nothing has changed.
I mean, something has changed. I'm not gonna tell you because you gotta find out for yourself. I don't even play it. I don't even play it, and I know what's changed.
I wouldn't know. Like, they haven't dropped it. Well, season 3 was supposed to drop. I think it might have.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, they kept putting it back.
Yeah, it's just like I remember. I'm like, okay, June, whatever, it'll be fine. And it's just like I haven't touched it since. Like I've seen the updates on my Epic browser, but that's about it. And then, well, because like today is supposed to be the PlayStation's
Like
convention thing,
Yeah.
and then Nintendo pushed theirs back to next week or later on. Xbox is not gonna have theirs until
I just saw a commercial for Xbox. What are you talking about?
Xbox is not gonna release their first title or first party games until September, and it's just gonna be previews for the Xbox One X or Series X or whatever the fuck it's called.
Series X.
And so we're kind of just, I don't even know what we're waiting for anymore, because once PlayStation releases the game, I think they're gonna wait a week or two to release the price of the PS5, and then from there, Xbox will go, okay, we're gonna underline it, and this is how much. Say if the PS5 costs $399, PlayStation is gonna run and take the loss and undercut it to $299. But PlayStation was boasting something about like there's something in the PlayStation that PCs don't even have, because it's the whole gimmick, because the Xbox One X has something, I don't know. It's just supposed to be special.
Sounds
I don't know.
special.
Like, I love how when. No, I'm gonna get into Instagram shit here. I don't think either of you use Instagram. I doubt it.
I do.
I post pictures to it, that's about it.
Well, there's a lot of problems with Instagram right now, and I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be people who probably listen to this who are like, yeah, I've seen that, and then there's gonna be people like, what the fuck is he talking about? There's problems with like meme pages, and they post like posting ads in general is okay, but they're posting ads that are scams that are getting people's accounts hacked, and it's getting kind of annoying. So it's not great, and then they're like, and then they try to make us feel bad. It's like we just want to feed our dogs or something. It's like, well, yeah, but you just because you want to feed your dog doesn't mean you get to screw over people.
Right.
And then it's either that or it's like those YouTube scams where they like disable the comments so people can't be like it's fake. Don't do it. Like there's no
I've
like what
seen
they
those.
what they do on Instagram instead of that is what they do is they take because just like in YouTube, the creators' comments go like up above everyone else's. Well, what they do is they spam like a flame or like an emoji like over and over, so that you have to like keep sliding down to read actual people's responses. So like and the normal person isn't gonna sit there and scroll all the way down. So that's how they get them, because they're just like, oh, it must be real. And then there's meme pages who are like aggressive about it, and it's like I finally am big enough to make money off my page. Stop being on my back about ads. It's like, well, I mean, your page would be bigger if you didn't have ads, but do whatever.
Yeah, you do you, boo, right?
Yeah, nothing we can do.
I mean, you could obviously report it.
Oh god, I pissed off so many people on Instagram the other day. I mean, it's really bad, but instead of it was when everyone was posting the black squares. I mean, they probably still are, but instead of posting a black one, I posted a white picture of my wall, and the caption was just opposite. And like I got a bunch of pissed off people.
I was about to say that's. I mean, that's one way to get noticed.
I got a bunch of people were pissed off. A few were my friends, a few were random strangers, and there was one like verified account that was pissed off. I don't know who the fuck they were. Some random person.
You, sir, are a daredevil.
What do I really have to lose here?
Apparently nothing.
Exactly.
Anything else? Anything else that seems exciting other than like the Instagram hacks are definitely something new to me. I haven't ever heard of that.
The fucking
YouTube shit is annoying too. How like YouTube complains that you can't swear in your videos, and then it's like, okay, well, people who swear, kids that are under the age of what you say is too young for swearing should be on
13.
YouTube Kids, but so if those kids are on YouTube Kids like they're supposed to be, which is what it's made for, which is what you made it for, then they should be able to swear in their videos, but according to them, it's still bad for kids, which, I mean, they're not supposed to be on it, but whatever.
So the issue with that, simply put, is the fact that you get a kid like, we'll say, just a 2 or 3 year old, and you just hand them your phone with Sesame Street on it or something, and then you have them in the constant thing of that, like, oh, I can go to this app to get the show I want to see.
Yeah.
And then that comes to the issue of when they become of age, we'll say 6 years old, they're using a YouTube account under their parents' names, and that's how they get, like, exposed to that kind of stuff. And, like, YouTube Kids is made for YouTube kids in general. It's made for them to, like, Sesame Street and everything. But, again, the issue always falls back to the parents. They're not doing what they're supposed to do to ensure this. And then, like, you get the people who are like, oh, or Karen or whatever. It's like, well, my kid knows better than, and he won't go to YouTube. He's not old enough. He knows that. And it's just like, yeah, but how many times have you given him your phone? You know?
Yeah. Also, it's like the whole shit with YouTube thinks that they're just like so high and mighty and they know best and everything like that, but then when it comes to the shit of what's it called, when they have like there's like literal like under kids videos like things that are watching like I don't know, let's say Sesame Street like you said. Let's say there's Sesame Street going on. If you look right under the video, there's like an ad for like porn comics. Like that's literally what that is.
So that was a long time ago, and that was the fact that,
They're
like,
still doing it though. That's what I'm talking about.
oh, well, yeah, because you can't just stop idiots. So the whole point of that is, like, the algorithm of YouTube in the past was that you would post a link in the, like, in comments and whatever, and it would take them to that video in their next watched. So they would link Sesame Street with Sesame Street porn, and so on and so forth, and the kids would be exposed to it and all that fun shit.
Yeah. Oh God, especially with the whole like, a while. Actually, no. Now it's even happening even more with YouTube and like, cause now that all these kids are like out of school and they can't leave, so now all these little kids are starting like YouTube channels and like.
Which is
the families, their moms are just like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then there's that problem because now and like. I found a video the other day that because now what some of them are doing again, they were doing this in the past, now because all these kids are doing this shit, what they do is they take the video from the kids and they download it, re-upload it, and then they re-upload it on their channel, and then they put in the comments and they put timestamps of information they can use to find out their location or
Oh, yeah.
they need. So now it's getting even worse.
So basically, pedos are just sitting there like, fucking using wall hacks just to fucking locate where they are to get that one child, right? That's some shit.
Yeah, they're doing anything now because now there's no like kids walking at parks and shit no more. So now they're trying, especially that goes along with the problem of like them trying to get it's like kids on like Fortnite, like they have like people go over there and like lie and like, well, I'm like 14. And then like they give them their address or something. I stopped that one.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm so techno savvy that all they could do is I don't know, track the IP addresses that they play with and just narrow it down. I mean, but
Well, you sure got this on lock, Jesus.
Yeah, it's just like they're taking the long way, and they're fucking stupid, but they're gonna get caught that way.
Well, that's the thing though. That can be like traced, and like there's those idiots who are doing it that way that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
who
And they're
aren't, like-
desperate or something.
Yeah.
But that's still stupid. It's still sad. It's one hell of a concept that they're doing that. But what's to say, right?
Yeah, nothing we can do. And then, I mean, because all we can do is try to say something, but all we got to do is hope someone actually comes to their senses in the comment section. But what are the chances of that?
That and then like you got, oh, what are you gonna do? Call the police? They might just beat your ass, you know.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion about like all lives matter?
I mean, all lives matter, obviously, and I mean, what happened to that dude was wrong, but I don't think they should be running around rioting things. And what's making it even worse is that when they like record the rioting on like the news and shit, they're only recording black people robbing stuff. They're not recording white people robbing.
No,
stuff.
see that's the thing. I've seen the
Worse.
complete opposite of that. I've seen that where only white people are trashing the windows and stuff, and then you got the black guys are like, "No, back up! You're making a bad name for us, even though you're the one doing it."
Yeah.
And it's just like that's what I've seen, and I'm like,
like the news station I was watching. I wasn't watching like no fucking Fox.
"Oh no! It was I'm gonna point out it was not a news station I was watching. It was just in general."
Well then, that's
So.
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a news station that was only posting, not posting. They were only like reporting and like showing those crimes of people who were black,
Mm-hmm.
which is wrong. I'm not saying that's like right, but I'm just saying that that's kind of fucked up, and that they already do that shit anyway. It's like you'll never hear about like a black guy shooting a black guy in the news, but you hear about a white guy shooting a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the opposite for me.
Well, that's just because you're lucky enough to be on the other side of that. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm just like, you're black. You're gonna see black things. So when a white guy gets shot, you're gonna know about it. You know, it's like there's always two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Equality, yay!
That's what we get to live with.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just close out and clean it up. This has been a lovely podcast with you guys. Appreciate the volunteering of showing up, especially since Justin wasn't here.
Nothing else better to do.
All right, guys. Well, this has been today's podcast on Gaming Beyond. If you enjoyed it so far, go ahead and leave some comments wherever you find this podcast. If you want to find out who we are, go ahead and follow our hashtags to almost any social media link, and you'll find us. On Anchor, I have all my buttons connected to all my stuff, and so on and so forth. Thank you once again, and have a good day, guys.